This is all a very fascinating story, and you had official astronomers come out and say, yeah, there's a big giant planet perturbing our planets. All right, with that out of the way, stay cool. This is a Thor News presentation. Thor News presents... You're right, sir.
Slow your rotation, stellar fool.
Doesn't matter what I believe.
Hit the button, baby.
Party dance time.
Speaking of science, is there a planet X, a massive perturber, hidden beyond Pluto? Wow, this is on the Washington Post. Okay, let's get back to making other orbits unstable. Sheppard explains by email the concept of the disturber. I have a friend who's a perturber on purpose, sir, Fitzroy. A massive object, or great disturber, would perturb or disturb anything that came close to it. So objects that stay away from the great disturber would be the most stable objects. Thus, the great disturber can shepherd objects into similar types of orbits with similar arguments of perihelion, which are the orbits which constantly keep the smaller objects away from the bigger object. The Roche limit. The Roche limit, I do believe, this is seen in the near-Earth asteroids, where there is a preference for the near-Earth asteroids to have certain orbital angles to keep them away from close encounters with the Earth. Wait, are you saying Neos think? Crazy. That's not what he's saying, though. He's basically saying one object is pulling them all together, I guess, or changing the orbits of the others, somewhere around the ecliptic. Very interesting to think about. There might be some other explanation for the observed phenomenon. Hypotheses welcome. Hell yeah. And this brings me to, we got Mike Brown, a scientist, and Chad Trujillo and his buddy Chad, scientists, saying, you got a couple scientists saying it's definitely there, and then you got another scientist saying, maybe. And these guys are the pros who found all the new planets, so very interesting. There might be some other explanation for the observed phenomenon. Hypotheses welcome. It's at the level right now where we are banging our heads against the wall, seeing if there's another explanation, Brown said. Wait, Brown's in on it too, saying he agrees that, oh, this is totally major. Sometimes patterns involving small numbers of objects or even events disappear upon further investigation. Hey, Mike Brown, banging your head against the wall never solved any problems, man. Why don't you like go for a walk or go do something fun and cool? Maybe watch some Thor News videos. Get some ideas. All right, that was a great idea. The 2014 paper was based on just a dozen objects, but Sheppard is preparing a new paper based on more recent discoveries. We found a few more extreme Kuiper Belt objects, and they continue to follow the trend. All right, looks like it's the real deal. If Mike Brown is like, I can't think of another explanation, and these guys are like, I got the explanation, there's a giant planet out there that's affecting the orbits and gravity of these planets. And the 12 objects it is based on, they're all planetoids, like Pluto, or Ceres. This is all fascinating, very fascinating. How would such a big planet get way out there? That's a dumb question. Don't you even understand their dumb accretion disk model? It's all dumb. Anyway, it's like, how did that big planet get way out there? Well, how did Earth get here? Dude, you know, we're just gonna point at Neil Tyson deGrasse and say, tell him, Neil. I ain't scared of Bill Nye. You hear me, buddy? You can take your accretion disk model, throw it in the trash. Brown hypothesizes that long ago, the planet formed closer to the sun. It might have been the core of what would have become a giant planet like Jupiter or Saturn. But then it could have been ejected toward the outer solar system through gravitational interactions with other giant planets. Yeah, it sounds too eggheady, Mike. It sounds too eggheady, Mikey. Mike probably buys that, but Mikey'll buy anything. If this planet X is out there, why can't we see it directly? A, it's really far away. B, maybe it's made of dark matter. C, it's like the sun's opposite, so it's made of darkness. Okay, those all sound goofy. It could be at least 200 astronomical units from the sun, meaning 200 times farther from the sun than it is Earth. These hypothetical planets, dwarf or otherwise, don't generate their own light, and can only be seen through the feeble, reflected light of the sun. Alright guys, calm down. It's not Nemesis, the sun's binary twin, because that would generate its own light, right? Sheppard notes that much of the sky hasn't been searched with extremely sensitive instruments capable of finding such a world. Yeah, because science doesn't like to spend money on that crap. It's like, can we find really interesting, cool crap? Yes, then let us not do that. And when they decide to do that, it takes them like 25 years to build a telescope. Like, man, it's just a friggin' telescope, and you're just putting it in Earth's orbit. It shouldn't take you that long at all. It's not like you're inventing a telescope. Man, Sheppard notes that much of the sky hasn't been searched with extremely sensitive instruments capable of finding such a world. Yes, we have not replaced the Hubble in 25 years. And the James Webb Space Telescope isn't scheduled to go up for 3 more years. For some reason, we only got like 1 telescope in space looking at the entire universe. And we got 15,000 telescopes pointed at Earth, spying. And we got 15,000 telescopes pointed at Earth, spying on your every single move. What the hell happened to our planet, man? Man, I don't fear Planet X. I fear our planet. You know what I'm saying? We have not covered the sky to the faint depths needed to find the distant planets. Well, duh. Man, who's running our space program? Why is our space program such a clown car? If you could visit this gloomy, cold world, what would it be like? What? Man? How do you know it's gloomy? How do you know it's cold? Why do you think you know everything? It would be quite different than anything we know now. Yeah. So, why's it gotta be gloomy? Why's it gotta be cold? It would be very big, and it would be quite frozen. It would resemble a giant frozen snowball. Yeah, I doubt it. Man, the universe may get real creative, because the inner solar system planets are all rocky. The outer solar system planets are all gaseous, gas giants. And in theory, shouldn't they be frozen? Why aren't they frozen? They're just like a big ball of ice cream and gasoline, I guess. They're like a big snow globe filled with gasoline and ice cream. And that don't make no sense. So like your whole theory that everything beyond them is all frozen rocks, that don't make no sense either. Maybe they're big ice cream, gas, snow globes too, you know? Shouldn't assume you know what all the planets across our galaxy are like just because you've seen 8 of our planets. You know what I'm saying? What are you, crazy? What are you, stupid or something? What are you, stupid or something? It'd be quite different than anything we know. Like your face. Obviously, this falls into the category of we'll believe it when we see it. This is not a fringe idea, nor should it be confused with the pseudoscientific notion that there's some scary planet out there called Nibiru. There's a scary planet out there, and it's called Earth. You know what I'm saying? The solar system is not completely explored. I'm glad you wrote that sentence. I mean, is this for 4th graders? Is this for 3rd graders, man? You know, it's like, I think we all know that our solar system is not fully explored. You didn't have to put that in there. You didn't have to put that in there. As Brown puts it, there's not an insignificant chance that there are large mass or larger objects yet to be discovered in the solar system. Why did you use a not, Mike? Hey, Mike, Mr. Brown, why don't you just say that there's a good chance that there are Earth mass or larger objects yet to be discovered in the outer solar system? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the words you guys use are weird. Anyway, there you go. We're one step closer to them telling us we found a form of another planet X. I imagine she could be big. And think about it. If it's the size of Jupiter or bigger, why would you assume that it's just a cold rock, man? The biggest planets in our solar system are not frozen rocks. The biggest planets in our solar system are not frozen rocks. You know what I'm saying? They're gaseous giants. Alright, this mystery continues. God bless everybody. It's like Saturday. It's like a cliffhanger. Sweet.